Hey, this is Ashley Applegate on the couch with KWI. I'm joined today by Mario Saunders. Mario, tell us where you're from.
I'm from Grand Haven, Michigan.
Not the typical KWI student that we see coming directly out of high school or maybe a year or two out of high school. What we would refer to as the non-traditional student. So what made you decide to come to KWI?
Well, I'd always wanted to get into pipe, and I had a pipe mentor for a little while early on in my career, and then he passed away. So that left me to just go do general fabrication and welding. The timing was right in my life that I felt that this was the perfect time to do it. And I began to look at schools and try and choose a school, and wound up at KWI.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said in your career, so you were a welder before you came to KWI?
Yeah, got about a 30-year time span of welding and fabrication, and so about 7 years of that's aerospace.
Okay.
So pretty versatile, but I wanted to become more versatile, and this is something I've always wanted to do, is learn the pipe side of things.
Okay, so what do you think the hardest part for someone who hasn't been in training or been in a school or in a classroom? What was that hardest transition for you?
Well, I think unlearning a lot of different things that had been passed down to me, and implementing all the new things, trying to forget about everything and just move into it with eyes wide open, brand new, and put all the things that you guys were teaching to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming some of your instructors may be younger than you in years. So was it hard to take advice from those guys?
Not at all. No,
Okay.
I've always prided myself in being able to work with any age group, and there's a lot of slick welders in every facet of welding, and I'm not too proud to take any slick moves from anybody.
Okay.
If you got them, I want them, and I don't care how old you are.
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
Yeah.
All right. So talking about Mario as a person, you mentioned you were from Michigan there. So did a family that you brought down here with you, or?
Nope, I left them all back there. Got a wife of coming up on 25 years.
Wow! Congratulations.
Thank you. And 3 teenage kids, a boy, girl, and a boy, and they're just fantastic. Couldn't ask for any better. I've had all their support, and they've been cheering on the sidelines for me.
While you were at KWI, what shift were you on?
First shift.
First shift most of the time, yeah.
Most of the time, yep.
Okay, and then during your time at KWI, did you ever take advantage of any of the extra hours that KWI offers?
Absolutely. I was here pretty much every Sunday that I could be here, and just taking advantage of any free time that I had other than that. So I did work for a little company here in Flemingsburg too, because I needed to pay some bills too.
Right.
So, but yeah, other than that, I had a great time taking advantage of all the extra time.
Okay, so when you say coming in on Sunday, so your typical shift is an 8-hour day, and
Yep.
you may be pulling a few extra hours
Yep.
here and there around your part-time work. But on Sunday, run us through a typical Sunday at KWI. What happens?
Well, you come in, and Bobby Pease, he's bringing the word. A good topic. Breakfast is provided.
Okay.
Biscuits and gravy. Gotta love that. And we sit there and fellowship and talk about the word of the Lord. And usually that lasts about an hour, and then the shop gets open, and we're out there for about four hours or so. And you can either work on what you're working on in the program or anything that you like.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was really cool, because on the days that you get burned out working on your regular program, you could divert your time to something that you never welded before, which is pretty cool.
Well, that sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
What do those extra 4 hours of training cost you on a Sunday?
Zero.
Really?
Zero.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. And then it was real nice, because I could even invite my wife when she come down here to church, and she's attended a couple times too. So
okay, so that's pretty awesome that your
very
family
cool.
got to be a part of your education and training.
Absolutely.
So looking back at KWI, The hardest weld test for Mario. What was the hardest weld test?
Well, I would have said it's definitely going to be my stainless monster. Getting that knocked down right.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a challenge for me in the beginning.
Okay.
So, but the instructors gave me some really good tips. And that's the cool part. You got new instructors coming in and out all the time. And just talked to one of them, and he had a pretty slick idea, and it allowed me to get a hold of that thing real good. So.
Okay. Thinking about that KWI classroom time, that hour a day, you know, give or take for the first few months that you're here. How does that classroom work? What does that translate, and what was difficult or easy about the classroom?
Well, I think for myself, it was just more fast-paced than I really anticipated. So just make sure you got a great Wi-Fi connection. I think that was one of the things that I had to struggle with when I first got here. I lived down in a hole in a tent, so I didn't really have great communication that way. So I would say to anybody coming in, get ready, and it's fast-paced, and just have a fast Wi-Fi connection.
so you hinted on something there, and we got to elaborate on your dedication a little bit. So you didn't want any of the KWI housing, and you lived in a campground, but there was no camper. Tell us about that situation.
So my budget was pretty thin when I come down here, and I knew it was now or never. And I thought I had a camper lined up to borrow down here, and that really didn't come through. So I brought a tent. I stuck it out for 2 months in that, found a camper down here and got one. And so I would say to anybody, there's really no excuse if I can come down here and you know, I just wanted it bad enough. I think this is the best move I've made in my entire career.
Awesome.
So absolutely.
Yeah. So if you were looking at right now and talking to another non-traditional student who's had a career in welding or some other career that now wants to make a change in your life, what's the most important one piece of advice you'd give them?
Don't think twice, just do it. Just do it, because I think that's what I did. Is I knew this is something I wanted to do. I've talked to my wife for several different years about wanting to be a pipe welder. This was just the perfect time, and I just did it. I gathered up every last cent that I could. I wasn't going to be denied that chance this time, so I just grabbed it by the horns.
So then you're talking about now you're talking to the young gun, the guy who's in high school right now, listening to this fellow that's been in the industry for several years. Mm-hmm. What do you tell that guy?
Again, if you're thinking about it, don't think too long. Just get in and do it. I think it'll be the best choice you ever make if that's the career you want to be in, is welding. I wouldn't hesitate.
Well, thank you, Mario, for spending some of your time today with us
bet.
on the couch with KWI and Ashley Applegate.